Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike, and I got a special treat for you this morning. Look, I know what everybody's thinking. We live in the South, and everybody is so unbelievably afraid of over communicating with people. You know, this is what we do in the South, right? You pull up to a stoplight, the light turns green, the guy in front of you doesn't go. What do? Right? Well, if you're in New York City, you lay on the horn, right? But in Atlanta, we go beep, like, hey, buddy, the light turned green. Would you mind going, please? Because we are just fanatical about being polite with people. And when it comes to real estate, I want you marketing yourself all the time, every day. And you're saying, yeah, but isn't that too much? So I've answered that for you, but you don't believe me. So I invited Rob Hamilton to join me this morning, and Rob's our marketing director here, and Rob comes to us with a lot of big time experience. So Rob, take 10 seconds, tell people like the kind of experience that you've had in your career.
I spent 30 years in broadcasting, 30 years in radio, marketing, on the air, social media, event creation, etc.
Okay, so Rob, when I tell people I make one video a day, the response I get is, oh, that's way too much. You know, people are going to get sick of me. That's going to be annoying. And when you and I were talking about this yesterday, you were sharing your experience in radio with me and promotion there. And I said, well, hey, come join me Tuesday morning and let's just talk about it in front of everybody.
Sure.
So when people say, I'm afraid that I'm doing too much, that I'm over communicating, that I might be annoying my people, what say you?
There's no such thing. For example, the last radio station that I was at, one of the biggest in Atlanta, we made a social post once per hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we did that because...
Once per hour?
Yep, once per hour. Yep.
Okay.
Now, we scheduled the overnight post. No one stayed up at 4 a.m. to make a post, but we scheduled the stuff that was outside of a show. However, not all of your audience sees that. Facebook's algorithm will not allow all of your audience to see that. The audience that interacts with certain types of content that you create will see that type of content. So some of our posts were video, some were text, some were photos, some were links shared, but they only got that little bit, a portion of it. So an average of 4 a day out of 24.
Wow. So that kind of goes to the point that I make, folks, is that, and Rob adds to it, I just don't think, even on the posts that they do get, you say it's about 4 out of 24. Mm-hmm. Okay, so everything you put out there isn't being seen by all of your peeps. Okay, and of the stuff that is being seen, I contend they're not really paying that much attention. And you're not paying that much attention either to the stuff that shows up in your news feed. Right? So because of that, is it fair to say that if you were posting every hour?
Every hour.
And that wasn't too much. You didn't get complaints, hey, y'all are driving me crazy with this.
No, never. As a matter of fact, our numbers continually grew, and just last October, they crossed 100,000 likes or followers on Facebook. So it grew steadily.
Okay, so to the real estate agents out there that are listening to us, do you think they need to be posting every hour?
No. Okay.
No,
news and information and entertainment in the entertainment industry moves a little faster, and it's a different subject and a different topic, and that kind of news just doesn't happen unless it's breaking news about interest rates or something like that. Doesn't happen in this industry. So.
And you were marketing to an entire marketplace, right, of 7 million people.
Correct.
So I don't think very many of the people that are listening to us right now are trying to market themselves to
That's
7
correct.
million people.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't need that kind of frequency. But it does encourage me to change my little talking points. Instead of one video a day, how about this, one video an hour?
Well, we'll try it and see how it works.
Look, the point of our call this morning is, I know that because we live in the South, And it's an endearing quality that we have to the rest of the country, though it does get a tad annoying to them at times. We're hypersensitive to offending anybody, of anybody getting annoyed with us. To us, that's like unthinkable. We can't do that. Folks, almost all of us right now that are listening to this, we are so far from getting to that point that if you started posting every hour, it still wouldn't be enough. You still wouldn't be overexposed to people because they're not getting everything that you put out there. And they're not paying attention to most of the stuff that they do get. And that's why the frequency is important. And Rob, you say this about frequency. What is that? You have a little saying.
Frequency builds familiarity.
Okay, so if you want to become familiar, the top of mind, credible expert with your group of peeps, with your target audience, then you're going to have some frequency to this so that you stay there. You don't believe me? Hey, this week while you're home for the Thanksgiving holiday, just watch the beer and insurance commercials that'll be coming right at you. You think there's a little frequency going on there? Okay, this is Mike, and I'm urging you, and Rob I know is urging you, go out there and make it happen for yourselves today.